See how she demanding y'all already. We didn't even get started yet.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is Winning Wednesday. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button today. And for those of you that are already subscribed to my channel, welcome back to Winning Wednesday. Don't make things harder than they have to be. In relationships, my mom always had a phrase, marriage is what you make it, and that's true, because you can really make it hard for yourself or miserable, or you can have a peaceful relationship. And like he was just saying, keeping Christ at the center and making sure you're praying and doing those things daily is something that will help you to smooth things out in your relationship and make things easy. And sometimes you doing the little things that you're doing really takes the load off of your spouse. So when they're having a mentally stressful day or something like that, you being in place and where you should be really makes things easier in your relationship and easy on your spouse. Taking the load off of them sometimes, or doing little things can make the relationship easier. So you can just do things that set things at ease, and don't always be the spark that may start the fire. You don't always have to say something back. Sometimes you just like, okay honey, if you see that they're already in a stressful place, don't make things harder than they have to be. Just ease the situation.
Yeah, that's good. They're definitely key points, man. You start to learn to read your spouse, and can tell by their energy, where they at, and if whatever you're about to talk about is the right time to be talking about that. My next point was being able to get back to ground zero. And ground zero for me is when you come back to where the foundation of your marriage, where knowing that you love that person with all of your heart. They know that I know that she loves me with all her heart. And sometimes when you get off into little spats and things like that, you start to hold grudges, or try to be quick-witted and saying certain things, and those type of things come out when you forgot about your base. You forgot about your ground zero. You forgot about this is the one that you trust with your life, and you love them, and you'll give your all for them. And when you remember that they have the same thing, it's some reciprocity there. When you have that same kind of energy behind you, it just propels your relationship. And so you find yourself going out of your way to do extra things to make that person feel special, because you know that they're going to give that back to you 10 times fold. And it's just a great place to be in when you can have that kind of reaction or exchange going back and forth.
Yes.
Ground zero, baby.
Honey. Ground zero.
This is my button over here. If y'all don't see it,
Oh my
facts
God,
button all day.
Okay. Another one of mine is always prefer your spouse over yourself. And a lot of times people don't realize in marriage there's a lot of giving, and you can never get tired of giving. You have to give. Oh. What's wrong with you?
I was trying to give you the light. I was thinking, I was giving.
Oh my God.
I was giving you the spotlight.
It's, you constantly have to die to yourself in your marriage. It's not about you anymore. You have to constantly give to your spouse, to your children, mainly to your spouse. Make sure that they're taken care of, and to your children as well. But it's a constant giving. It's a constant preferring them over yourself, and trying to see what you can do for them so that they feel loved and supported, which is another one of mine. Is make your spouse feel wanted, supported, and taken care of. You always want your spouse to know that you have their back, that you're there supporting them, that you hear what they're saying, and that you'll do anything and everything to help their dreams to come to fruition. Being with my husband, there's a lot of him that has rubbed off on me as far as just going after things that are my dreams. He inspires me to do that, and he always wants me to know that he's there and he'll help me in any way that he can. So that really, really means a lot to me, and it inspires me and makes me want to chase after things even more because I know that he's there and that he has my back. And when I need to say no to people, he's going to do that for me because I have a hard time. I have a hard time saying no, but he doesn't. So there's like a lot of areas where things that I may not be the best at, he's better at, and things that he may not be good at, I'm good at. So you really have to, it's part of learning each other, is letting them take the lead in things that they're better at than you. You can't be afraid to let your spouse do that for you because you're a partnership and a team, and the team works when all of you utilize your strengths and you allow each other to do that. So you have to give each other the space to shine in certain areas, be like, go ahead babe, because you know how to do that better than I do. So
it's a good balance. It's a good balance. When you have the right person in your life and your chemistry is right, you can, over years, you'll start to see, okay, this will probably be a better situation for Shelly to handle than I. Because there's some things that irk me and get on my nerves, and when I'm dealing with certain people, and I can feel that thing rising in me, and I can say, okay honey, you want to talk to her and talk to them?
I'm like, no.
Hey, you go save this person from what's about to happen. Okay. So no, she's definitely great points. We balance each other out in that area. My next one is to remember to tell each other that you love each other. And so, for me, I say it all the time. I'm really an affectionate type of guy, so I say it, and I say it when I'm doing good. I say it when I'm doing bad, and so
sometimes.
No, what I'm saying is, when I'm like, I don't know, like she might be mad at me, and I'd be like, oh, I love you, honey.
No, that he says that for a different purpose. He tries to smooth me over with it all the time.
It's facts though.
But I know that he loves
It's
me.
truth.
That's not the fact. You have to acknowledge that you're wrong.
Ding.
That's what wives want sometimes.
Acknowledge, I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, another one that I had was surprise your spouse.
Hey.
When you are in the hustle and bustle of life, sometimes it's easy to get caught up in everything that you have to do. You are doing your careers, you have your family, you have your children, you have your extended family members who you love and support. So sometimes in the hustle and bustle of things, you don't always take the proper amount of time out for each other.
For you next
It's
Sunday.
good to surprise your spouse just from time to time. And it doesn't have to be anything expensive. You could just surprise them with their favorite food, or find a babysitter for the night and plan a romantic date for them. Or you can plan a picnic for each other. Or you can go by the store and get some nice oils and a nice scented candle and do a massage for your spouse. There's lots of things that you can do that are very inexpensive, but just surprising your spouse, just coming out and doing something unexpected is really fun, and it keeps the spice in your relationship.
Spices.
Yeah,
I like
just
spices.
So just take time out for each other. And I did have another one with learning your spouse's love language and just incorporating that into your everyday life and routine. So I try to do those things, just incorporate the things that I know he likes as far as his love language in our everyday life. So find out your spouse's love language, and it may not be something that necessarily makes you comfortable, but sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone and meet their needs. Like I said, you're constantly giving. So try to incorporate those things. Some people need words of affirmation. Some people need quality time. You have to try to incorporate those things into your everyday routine, and it really does make a difference in your relationship.
My love language comes from the country Wakanda. And so all of the people out there who...
Wakanda forever!
It's my love language. Let's go.
But we hope that these tips and everything, we didn't go in a specific order, but we hope that the things that we have said will encourage you married couples and encourage anybody who's thinking about getting married. We want everyone to win in their relationships. So we just wanted to take time out to encourage you guys in your marriage and know that you can do it. You can keep going forward. And just let somebody know when you're having a hard time. That was one that we didn't mention.
Oh yeah, that's key.
But it's really, really important. When you're struggling in your marriage and you are having a hard time, always have couples that you can be accountable to. Somebody who's wiser, somebody who's spiritual and can pray with you all. But it's really, really important to have other people that you can talk to that ain't gonna be no jive talk, but can talk to you on a real level and give you some spiritual advice and practical advice that you can use in your relationship. But don't just sit there and know that your relationship is in trouble or dying and you're not doing anything about it. You need to step up to the plate and get some help. So that's another key thing.
Yeah, and for us guys, have somebody that you can be transparent with. It's like real talk with. Because there's a lot of people, a lot of people who can say the right things. They know how to make you think that their life is going good and their relationship is going good, and how you and your wife doing? Oh, we great, fine, everything's great. But
y'all about to kill each other. Y'all
she ain't even talking to you. You know what I mean? So you got to have somebody that can have those real conversations with you. That's going to give you, some real truth. You know what I mean, and not just that give you that crazy, talk. And most of the time, people that give you that crazy talk don't really have a good relationship or marriage at all. So,
and don't always talk to single people. Don't talk to single people all the time about your marriage. And don't involve too many people in your marriage. Like I said, it needs to be people that you really trust and that you look up to in some way, that have some type of wisdom. Because even as a human being, in order to grow, you always want to be around people who know more than you, who can sharpen you. So you don't want to hang around people that are bums in their own marriage and be trying to ask them for advice. But you want to get around people who've been married 40, 50 years, that can give you some wisdom. And you don't want to go be talking to your single friend Joe. Joe said. Joe has no clue what it's like to be married, so why are you talking to Joe? You know what I'm saying? Don't do something like
Sister Juanita, either she don't know. She been single
she
all
over there.
Trying to tell you.
Don't be trying to listen to your friends tell you, well, girl, I would have did this, and I would have told them, and I would have.
Yeah, they be off too.
They be off. So really go to people that you trust and that have some godly wisdom as well as practical wisdom. As well. So we hope you guys are encouraged. We love you guys, and we have a lot more that we can say, but we're going to save it for future couples Winning Wednesday videos.
Well, I want to say thank you to my wonderful wife for inviting me into her world of Wednesdays. This is
Wednesday?
I don't know. This is my, she does this thing, man. I just sit back and watch from a distance. But thanks for inviting me, honey. Alright, now we on camera. You know what I'm saying? We'll have us a tape out. TMZ. What's out, TMZ?
No, but we married.
We need a couple
the
of
marriage bed is undefiled.
Alright, we gotta go.
We love you guys.
Peace
Peace out.